Speaking of weekly deal drops, we're going to keep the weekly deal drops going, but first we're going to check in with our friends who I know are excited to see Tina is back this morning.
I know. I feel like it was like, I'll tell you though, a lot of our friends on our Facebook live chat actually sent me direct messages last week while I was gone asking if my family was okay during the hurricane. So I appreciate all of you, more than just people we talk to in the morning. They've really become friends. So good morning to Judy and Teresa and Annie and Tracy and Caitlin, and Laura is with us as well. Good morning, everybody. I hope I haven't missed anybody that's also jumped on, but if you would love to do so as well, I'd love to hear from you. Oh, I did miss somebody on here, Dawn, as well. So good morning, everybody. Yes, let's keep the ball rolling with the weekly deal drop. Very limited time opportunities to pick these up, and I get to launch one of them. This is the first presentation we're getting to see from luxury Italian brand Perlier. This is their body butter, but this is the super duper jumbo sized. You're looking at 16.9 ounces in whichever beautiful scent that you decide to get. Now, no matter which scent you get, you're looking at one time within 1 hour of getting hydration into your skin, a 39% increase clinically. Think about as we're running into fall and into winter and we start cranking up the heater in our home and it starts sucking all of the moisture out of the air, getting that hydration back. And then clinically, we're gonna get an increase of elasticity, firmness to your skin, clinically being able to see that, and then you get it in gorgeous scents. Now, you could either do the Caribbean vanilla on its own, which is that vanilla, which just has a beautiful kind of nice tropical little scent to it as well. That's the Caribbean vanilla, or Caribbean vanilla with sandalwood as well. Then you could do the Caribbean vanilla with an almond, and we have it in vanilla and orange. So those are your 4 options. I will let you know, even though this is a weekly deal drop and it's a limited time opportunity, you can lock this unbelievable, not $80 for this, but the $29.95 price to get this home on an auto ship, which means every 90 days, 120 days, however often you want to get this, you can get it for this week's pricing. We're gonna talk about the magic that's in each one of these jars with Prince Scipione Borghese, who is joining us on Skype. Skip, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, my friend.
I know. Well, you know, you take off on us. It's hard to see you when you leave us. It's really, I've been on every single morning with Ty, and we've been talking about you for the last 7 days.
Is that what you guys do when I'm gone?
It's great to have you back. Of course, we miss you. We all miss you. It's impossible to have a perfect show without you.
Agreed. I agree. No.
Yeah.
Well, when I come back, they let me launch your weekly deal drop.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. I know. I just want to first start off. I know we have 4 different beautiful flavors, but I want to start off in explaining size, right? Because it's hard on television really to understand sometimes size if you don't have a perspective. So this is our normal size of our body butters. All of our body creams, all of our body butters that are, we make everything in Italy still, is 6.7 ounces, what we call 200 ml in Europe, $34.50. This is 2.5 times the size, whether you get it in this vat or this vat. So sandalwood's the only one that comes in a different shape. All of our new bottles come in this shape here. And this is 2.5 times the regular size. So you've got about maybe 3 months worth of a whipped body butter. Then I want to go to the way it looks on the inside. This is a whipped body butter, a whipped, soft, luxurious, nourishing body butter. And why we call it a body butter and not a body cream is because it actually hydrates longer and deeper. So that's what's exciting. Look at how whipped that is when it comes to our body butters. And now Caribbean vanilla, the star of the morning. Caribbean vanilla is not a flavor you see often from Perlier. We bring it either for Mother's Day in April, or you see it only in the fall. And it is one of the most beautiful fragrances in the world. Not because it's just vanilla, but because where we go. We go to the Caribbean islands and we choose a vanilla that is not your ordinary French vanilla. It is not the bean that just comes out. This vanilla, because it's from the Caribbean, is actually an exotic vanilla. You have to think about the base on all 4 of these with this basically sultry, distilled sugarcane, exotic rum, like different blends of rum, mango. That is the original vanilla. So you have to think about one of the most addicting vanillas, the sultry, sensual, sexy vanillas you could ever imagine. And then you just have to decide whether you want to add a sandalwood, and we'll talk about that from India, almond from Italy, this beautiful salt powdery almond, or one of my all-time favorites too, even though my dad will say sandalwood's his favorite. I think almond and orange are probably my favorite. My son wears the regular vanilla because vanilla is in all the different fragrances out there. Men and women's fragrances all have a vanilla generally in it. But basically you have the vanilla almond, vanilla orange rind, the vanilla original, or the vanilla sandalwood. So I don't know, Tina, if you want me to take you through the description of each, because this time I've gotten help. My mom was scared to death that I would do this show without her this morning and not be able to describe the fragrances. So she gave me a little write-up to help me through each one of these incredible fragrances. Isn't she great? Yeah. So do you want me to take you through each one?
Yes, well, let's do really quick before we go through the scents, Skip. I really, they're letting me know we kind of want to hit those clinicals really quick. And what I did also see when I was looking at this was that, you know, we do clinicals and then we do consumer perception surveys, which are two completely different ways we kind of give you information. We're going to talk about these clinicals. I kind of mentioned it off of the top. Like an instrumental scientific test, and then the consumer perception surveys is when you give it to someone and then they tell you what they think about it. By the way, all those consumer perception surveys were 100%, the entire line of them, everybody agreed. But I want to talk about this hydration because I mentioned, you know, this is the end of summer. We need to start thinking about fall and winter into those months ahead. This is that hydration I was just talking about.
Right. This hydration to us is really important, and all of our products go through a clinical study. Exactly like you said, it's not just a perception, but it's 30 people that are measured with instruments. Their skin are measured right after they put it on. So an hour later, we test the skin. We see almost 40% increase in hydration. What does that mean? That A, we've developed a product that actually penetrates the skin, doesn't just stay topical. It's not just a cosmetic product that makes you feel good for a couple seconds. This actually penetrates the skin, and then there's this huge burst of hydration. Then we don't stop there. We treat our body creams as if we treat skincare for the face. 22% increase in only 14 days of elasticity. That means I can pull my skin and it bounces back like I was when I was younger. It doesn't just stay up there like a little mountain. And then that elasticity just keeps increasing to 31%. That is it's hard to explain elasticity in percentages because most people don't have a reference point. 31% is like a 500, I'm not exaggerating, a $500 skincare for the face. So these clinicals are super impressive. When you put it on, you will feel a change in your skin. Then you have firmness. Who doesn't want elasticity but still wants a firmness, a tightness looking skin? So on firmness, again, 24% increase after 2 weeks, which is incredible. And then we continue increasing the firmness on every single one of these. That is baseline. Some of these even do more, but baseline, the minimum you're going to get with whichever one you pick. So don't think about just fragrance. It's treatment, treatment, treatment too.
And look, if every day when you get up and you get out of the shower and you start your day, at least the one thing that you always do is put like a body lotion on. Maximize what you're doing. When we say retail value, this is an $80 jar of body butter. Everything Skip just said, from the fragrances, how they get it, all the way down to the clinicals, that's why this is an $80 jar. If you're just gonna rub body lotion on and get like a nice pretty scent, maximize that. Get the firmness, get that elasticity, get the clinicals behind it, get it from a luxury brand like Perlier. We're very busy on the phone. I know everybody wants to grab this while it's still a weekly deal drop. So yes, you can put this on AutoShip, which means you can continue to get your next jar and the jar after that for the $29.95 price, the 5 flex there for $5.99. Now, all you need to do is choose your scent. Again, Caribbean vanilla with the sandalwood in it, the Caribbean vanilla with the almond in it, or the Caribbean vanilla with the orange. Now, the original Caribbean vanilla is my bestseller so far this morning. And I will tell you, don't think cupcake, super sweet, like very young kind of a vanilla. Think a very almost sensual, matured, sophisticated vanilla. That's like the best way for me to kind of get somebody's mind to a different idea than like icing kind of a vanilla scent.
That's right. Again, the base is rich in its notes, and you're talking about. I love. Think about the tropics. Close your eyes. Think about Martinique, or Guadeloupe. Think about sugarcane. Think about distilled sugarcane. Think about mango, tropical rum extract. That is, and spices. That's the original vanilla and the base to all four vanillas. So it's not a cupcake vanilla. It's not your French vanilla. It's not your cooking vanilla. It is truly magnetic and sensual and sexy. That's really what it is.
Yep.
And that can be worn by men or women. The orange, to me, can also be worn by men or women. And that's a really beautiful, first let me go to almond, my favorite. Well, it's hard to say a favorite because it's almost impossible. The almond one is a soft, more powdery. You do smell the scent of almond mixed with all these incredible notes. And I'm going to move on really quick because I only have a minute left. Then you've got, I love this, what my mom said about sandalwood. My dad and my mom both use the sandalwood. Now listen to this. I'm gonna take my mom's quote right from here.
Okay.
Now this is a warm, woody notes of sandalwood extract from India. The fragrance creates perfect harmony, combines two of the world's most favorite scents. I've got to go, but they're exotic, they're beautiful, and warm. You know, like a hug. That's the sandalwood.
Can I
you,
just
guys.
say you really can't go wrong? If you're kind of on the fence, you can't go wrong. They're not overpowering. They're just so beautiful and creamy and just luxurious. Don't pay the $80 retail. Grab it when it's a weekly deal drop. Let a girlfriend hook you up. Do it on AutoShip. So when you're ready for the next jar, you get it at this phenomenal price. 5 flex on everything. Get it home and try it out for 30 days. Skip, thank you for coming in on this Labor Day.
Well, welcome back. Thank you for coming back.
You know, I need a paycheck. I love you, my friend. So, Ty, Skip said you guys talked about me every day.
We had a great time.
Did you like shed a tear when I was gone?
Shared some great moments. Yeah, yeah. So it's good to have you back. Yeah, I like it when Skip is here, but Skip on Skype. Has a nice little ring to it.
Skype.
Has a nice little ring to it.
I'll take them on Skype. Do we still do floating heads?
We do, and we do it right now.
Floating head time.
Did you know segment? Like, take a moment, drop a little knowledge. Something you can pass on to your friends. Okay, what do we have today?
Today is Labor Day, so we're sharing a few interesting facts about the holiday that may surprise you.
Okay.
Did you know that it began in where?
It began in Flint, Michigan.
Toronto, Canada.
What?
And it was back in 1872, but quickly made its way to the United States, but that's where its origin came from. The first Labor Day in the U.S. occurred on September 5th, 1882 in New York City. Oregon was the first state to make Labor Day an official holiday.
Go Oregon.
Go Oregon.
Yeah.
The holiday's origin stemmed back to the 1800s.